What's the goddamn button? What's the goddamn button?
Shout out to This Might Be Risky, DJ Hamp, and the crew over there. I love what y'all discuss on that channel. I just stumbled upon this recently, and I figured I'd just add my own commentary alongside theirs. In addition, won't hold you long. Let's jump into it.
Yeah, and to the what was the lady that made the comment to what I was saying? Let me catch your name again.
Sarah. Sorry.
You said Skylar?
Sarah.
Okay. So Sarah, okay, so you said the blind can't lead the blind and you can't lead being broke. So it depends on the season that you're in. So like I was going back to what I was saying. I'll just use myself as an example, okay? Because I've had some moments in time where I've been broke from circumstances or situations that has happened to me, but I'm still a boss, okay? I have a background in surgery. I'm a licensed paralegal. I have 3 businesses, a makeup company, a radio show, and a DNA testing company. I travel all over the world. I'm definitely a boss. But at the end of the day, I still experience preterm labor with my child. It put me in the hospital for several months, and I have a child that's on the spectrum. And so navigating through that, I had to choose my situation and circumstance for where I was right now. But I'm also married, okay? So I have a provider in my life. But I went from being in a masculine situation to becoming a wife and not having to worry about paying bills and doing things like that. So at the end of the day, people will look at that as being broke or whatever because I'm not, going out working. But my situation and circumstance took a turn. Does that mean that I'm not a boss? Absolutely not, because I can still stand up. If my husband falls down, I'll still be able to stand up. I'm a hustler by nature, but sometimes life can, take a turn. I'm still a leader. I'm still bossed up, but I know my place. And I also know that there's seasons and reasons, and that can be for male and female. Sometimes guys will choose to, get their education or to start businesses, and their money may not reflect what us women think that the guy needs to have to be leaders or to be in a relationship, but that can change overnight. So that's why I'm coming from the space that I'm coming from.
Can I say something? I don't know if y'all hear me.
I can hear you.
You can hear you. Hold up, explicit. Go ahead, Naeem.
So I want to say something. Just thinking back in history, like some of the greatest leaders of the world were never known for having money. So I don't necessarily agree that money makes you a leader or not. Like how much money did Malcolm X have, and Martin Luther King, or Harriet Tubman, or Fred Hampton? These guys were never known for money, but their mindset was what made them a leader, what made them a boss. So I don't necessarily think that money equates to leadership ability or boss ability, and I don't see anything wrong with a woman being a boss.
There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it at all. Let's go ahead and clear the air here. We're supposed to be taking care of ourselves with a partner or without a partner. Anyway, that's mandatory unless you just want to be on the street. So we put that aside. That's just mandatory. To be exceptional requires you to do and go the extra mile. If you want that title, you're going to have to sacrifice some things. And it's going to be uncomfortable, but it's worth it. But it comes at a cost at the same token. I don't know what he's about to say yet, but I just wanted to say, look, shout outs to everybody who is making their own. You're doing your thing. You ain't got a bunch of naysayers around you. You found a path, you took it. But having money does not make you a leader. You can be the brokest person and still have more common sense than somebody with money. We see it all the time.
Like, you got to pick and choose. First, if a woman's a gold digger, it's thumbs down for that. But when say I'm a boss, I get on my own, it comes down for that too. Like you got to pick a side. What's wrong with a woman being Ric Flair, going woo, styling and pro? What's wrong with that? Like I don't understand.
You know, Ric Flair was for the street, right? You do know Ric Flair was out here fucking anything and everything. And just to add a little more to that, the difference between men and women being in that position is that we look at our communities different. Most men look to give back. Many women choose to withdraw and keep for self. Not all, but some of you. And it makes y'all horrible partners. Because you take all of that masculine shit in the office, you bring it home. That's the problem. It has nothing to do with your ability to make money or not. Never did.
What's wrong with that? Like I see a lot of people hate like Carissa Shields, for example, because of the way she talks and she's cocky and all that. But they championed Floyd. They love Floyd for that. Ali did the same thing. Like, what's wrong with a woman knowing she's it? You know what I mean? I don't see anything wrong. I would want my daughter to. I would want my daughter to have a boss mentality.
That's right.
It don't got to be a boss B. You can take the B off and put chick, whatever you want to call it. So that's my.
But did you teach her how to be submissive, to be supportive, to be a helpmate? Did you teach her how not to talk to a man that could beat the hell out of her, to be respectful, to be soft, to curtsy, to dress appropriately, to know how to represent themselves out in the street, how to carry themselves, their last name, how to be a wife? That's the part that you're not adding into the equation. Men don't care or have an issue with you working. That's not what is going to keep the man there, if that's what you're looking for.
That's my little 2 cents right there.
Sorry if I'm interrupting. I think that there needs to be a clear definition of what boss B is referring to, right? Are we referring to the attitude? Are we referring to the characteristics and the traits that, that make a woman a boss? Like, what are we exactly referring to?
I love how you said that. I like that.
So let me expound for a second, right? Because all of that was decent, right? A boss is a person who is in charge of workers or a group or an organization. So no, you don't necessarily have to have money to be in charge of people, but what a boss is somebody that can put you in position. So we can move the goalposts and play with a whole bunch of words, but usually when a woman says that she's a boss bitch, not only is it an aesthetic, not only is it a lifestyle, but it's also a bank account associated as well. So let's stick straight to that. Like we could play around with it and go over here. We can talk about Malcolm X, who had a lot of influence, but he had a lot of power, he had a lot of men behind him. But when we talk about a boss bitch, which I hate the word bitch too, it's tasteless.
Yeah, it's tasteless.
They're usually talking about the money they had, the accolades they had, and the influence and power that they had. And so the initial question was, or is it a flex to a man for a woman to be a boss bitch? And so Sarah said no. Coco said yes. Naeem, you would love to.
I said no.
Okay,
I say yes. I say yes.
I say yes. And Hot Boy Twin, why are you saying it's not a flex for a woman?
Well, it's not a flex because sometimes when a woman feels she a boss, she feel like she gonna dominate her man and she's in charge and she want to lead because she make more money. Well, you need to be with another woman then, because at the end of the day, if you such up a fucking boss, your man, you looking down at him. So like you said, a boss is a leader. If you fall off, the leader don't fall off. You get what I'm saying? So if you a boss, why you want to be a boss woman if your man can't even give you input because you make more money with him?
It's not even just that. Most people don't even understand what being a leader is. What comes with that, the responsibilities that come with that. You think because you have this status or this position that you don't have to listen to nobody. You think it's just, oh, well, shit, I made this money and I'm here, so I know what I'm doing. I don't have to hear a single word you got to say.
And worry about how much money she makes.
Why a woman being a boss immediately has to emasculate a man immediately?
Because women always be dominated over their
But why
money.
can't he just be a boss too?
Hi, my name is Tami. And I would like to give you a real reason why you.
Like,
I mean,
Exactly.
I'm
Why
an
can't
entrepreneur,
two
I'm a boss,
bosses?
but I don't want a boss woman.
Hold
I mean,
up.
I've been running businesses all my life, but I'd rather take the janitor at my job who's more feminine. I don't care how much money she makes. I don't care about that.
Why does being a boss mean she not? I'm actually a boss in my real life. I own a business. I'm a mother of 3 children. I'm a boss of my house. I'm the boss.
I had a lot of them like that, and it just don't work like that. When a man
But
is
when I
dominant,
come to my man, that is like the one place I tell him all the time, I can be soft with him. I melt. I'm like, I'm like.
So
a
so
baby.
why
substance.
why
She
didn't you
gotta
and the
have substance.
why didn't you and the janitor work then? For
Huh?
example.
No,
Why
I'm
didn't
saying-
you and the
I said
janitor work?
I'd rather have a janitor or something because I don't care about how much money. Like I say, the money don't define a person. But if the woman has a lot of money, she always say, "Oh, my friend, he just did this or did that because of the money." It shouldn't be about that. You know, if you pick right, you should be good.
As an actual person, an actual entrepreneur, you know, when and I'm sure other people are entrepreneurs too, right? Men, we love when our women do simple things. Like I like when my woman cook for me, right? I like when she do my meal prep. That's so important to me. I don't know why I like it. I just love when she do that, right? So, but me as a boss, it's certain tasks that I can't concern myself with other places. As an entrepreneur, as a leader of a business, right?
Yes.
I'm not sweeping floors. I'm not doing the little small tasks because I have no business there. Which typically a boss, you know, B word, right? She has no. I don't got no business cooking in here for you. Like nigga, we can get maids. We can get maids. We can get chefs. We can have people cook. We can go buy some food, right? Because she also, like as a boss should, this thing. I'm way more valuable leading this company doing big things than to cook you a meal.
And that's another problem. Doing basic domestic household stuff is so frowned upon. Like just vacuuming and washing your clothes and drawers and all that shit. People got a problem with, like it's beneath you. But you'd have to do the shit if you were by yourself. Or maybe I think one of the issues is people want to be successful so they don't have to take care of themselves, or they want to do the least of it. All right, I'm a millionaire, so I don't have to fold and do this and do that. I can just pay somebody to do it. The less I got to do, the better. I can just worry about work and indulging in stuff, make a mess, and then have the little people do it. That's how it comes off. It do.
Which a lot of us men appreciate those small things because at the end of the day, we just men.
Yes.
So you wouldn't want a woman that make more money than you?
Would I want a woman that make more money than me?
Yeah.
I can't imagine that happening, but I wouldn't. Not ideally, no.
Oh, I guess we different. I love that. I love a woman make more money than me.
Okay. No, explain that. Explain that.
I mean, simple. If you make more than her 8 times out of 10, she wants you to cover everything. So if she make more than me, we go out. I don't even got to do like the fake. She don't even got to do like, you know how basically ain't no faking when it comes to the bill. Like, you know, she might cover it, or she might say, hey, if you know you like basketball, she might like basketball. It's a game. Want to go to the game? She might cover the ticket. So it's just a simple fact that if she has money, more money than you, she don't have to be a bill to you.
Okay, so you would like a woman that had more money than you because it would save you money, possibly. Is that what you're saying?
Of course.
The fact that he actually think it worked like that. Shorty, she like a person that really gotta love you to go out of their way to do stuff for you without you even having to put out. If you really think that you about to come across a Rihanna or a Beyonce, like, good luck. Good luck. Ask Claudia Jordan how that worked out for her. Ask Joy Taylor, Dr. Brian. All right. I mean, I guess there are some women like that. I don't. Yeah.
I would love that.
Okay. What about
I would love that. I would love it.
Listen,
I know what I am. All of that real man. That's not. I don't. You're not a real man. Listen, they say you're not a real man if you ask women for money. I'm not a real man then. Like, I'm not a real man. I don't know what award I get for being a real man. Like, take me out of that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're demasculated. I know who I am when I go to the bathroom. I grab a penis when I use the bathroom when I pick a pee. Like, I know what I am. So her income, my income don't determine if I'm a man or not. Like, that's I don't know where the fuck that come from.
You really have to make more money than you in order for that to happen. Like, I date dudes who make way more money than me, and I still spoil my. What do that got to do with it?
Yeah. Because I'm spoiling mine.
You said your man make more, but you still treat him?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what a woman's supposed to do.
Then kudos to you. That means that's even doper. But obviously, that's not the norm. You're an exception to the rule, probably.
So before we get
hold
up. So before we get too far going with this, right? We're gonna clean it up a little bit, and then I'll let everybody cook. You know how they want to cook, right? So let me just say this, right?
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking
Stop
about
doing
it.
that.
Meet Base 44.
A boss. I don't think that being a boss is a masculine thing, right? I don't even believe that there's a such thing as, especially in today's society, as a so-called gender-specific role within a house. Like the young lady said, my wife's a boss. My wife's a multimillionaire, but when she comes in the house, she's a wife. So I think that that's the issue that we're getting with a lot of these women who get in these positions of having a certain amount of money or a certain amount of status. They don't know how to come off and take that. They don't know how to come home and take the hat off. And I think that that's the issue with a lot of these men. You can be the boss in the world. You be that. But when you come in the house, it's time to let your ponytail down. And so I think that a lot of these women have been independent so long that when you start to get in relationships with them because they've been self-sufficient so long, they kind of put you into a situation where it's a dick measuring contest. And I don't think that any man wants to feel like him and his girlfriend are going to combat in the house about who's the man and who's who. So I understand what Sarah was saying, because I definitely, I get that perspective and from that way. But I also get what Ryan, is it Ryan? R-I-A-N? But I also get what she's saying. I'm a single mother. I'm a boss, but I know how to flip the switch. And that's a rarity for most women. That is a rarity. Not a lot of women know how to flip the switch. They'll literally want you to come in the house and outman them. And that is why a lot of men feel away about these she bosses. But go ahead,
if I may, so automatically when I hear the term boss B, like I'm thinking of the attitude that's associated with it.
Okay.
Right. That's why I'm not you'll never hear that come out of my mouth. Right. Mm-hmm. So I don't find it feminine to use that term. I don't find it feminine. I don't find it whatever ladylike. I just don't like it. Right. And you can be a boss and not have to proclaim to the world that I'm a boss. Yeah. Right. You don't need to say everything. Just do it. Just leave.
Can I piggyback off of what you're saying real quick? Because I didn't get to answer the question. So for me, I think it's a flex for somebody else to call you that. Yeah, when you calling yourself that, no, it's not. I think when somebody else is going, no, that's she a boss. Like you gotta understand, like she a boss. Like for me to walk around and be like, I'm a self-proclaimed boss bitch, like that's cool and all, but it's kind of corny to me. When somebody else is giving it to you and going, nah, you don't understand, she a boss. Like that's something completely fucking different.
Yes,
I ain't mad at that. All right. So how about this? And then we'll wrap this topic up. So this is my feeling. I feel like traditional men don't want a boss bitch, and that is where I'm going to land the plane with that. Ham, you can get into the next topic, and we can just keep it rocking and rolling.
Yeah, man. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, man. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Salute everybody in the chat. Please super chat. Please hit the like button. I mean, that helps the channel the most, man. I think we doing well, Truth. But there was so much oxymoronic things that was said.
Okay.
Like, for instance, Ryan said, I think we can both be bosses. I ain't never seen a castle with two flags. No. And how you do anything is how you do everything. So we hope that they can turn it off when they get home. But if you're doing that for 10 hours a day, it's highly unlikely and unrealistic, right? I also keep hearing everybody talking about how many LLCs they got. If you ain't generating a profit or turning a revenue, I don't want to hear that shit.
That's a fact.
So we keep on saying, I've done this and I've done that. Can you prove it? And the mentality is uberly important, Truth, like you mentioned, right? And you can't eat hope, Coco. You can't eat manifestation, right? Which I keep talking about, this is my mindset. I'm going to get busy. Prove it. right? A lot of people come in my gym acting like they can fight until it's time to fight. Then they realize they can't fight and need to start from day one, to square one. You know? So where are we really? Because Coco, you said you didn't agree with the term, but as you spoke, you actually did.
Well, I just gave my 2 cents on what I think.
No, it was 10 cents. It was a lot. But I think I just want you to organize it. You know what I mean? Like, so
that's why I took a couple steps back, and I just was like, it just depends on where you're at. Like when Sarah was saying, you know, she felt that a boss bitch was a mentality, and then some people might look at it as a financial aspect. So I was just trying to speak to both, and just, you know. So, but I feel you though.
Well, what you did was make it a one-size-fit-all type thing, and that's the issue that we have with society, and especially with women. One thing about women, they're going to find a way to squeeze in there under some type of category. Well, I could be bad, but as long as I'm fat, but I'm pretty, I'm bad. No, bad is just strictly an aesthetic. And one thing about a woman, they are going to find some type of way. Well, I'm not really a whore because I just slept with 50 men, but I only put one penis in my mouth. Y'all like to find some type of way.
There's a difference between being a boss and being a leader. And if you want something that's healthy at home, you cannot bring the world into your house at all. The characteristics and traits that come with guiding people, bringing in an income, making important life-changing decisions on content, product, requires certain mindsets out here. If you can't separate the two, guess what? That person that you're trying to blend lives with is going to always be a problem. Unless y'all make these rules and these established boundaries at the beginning on what y'all both want out of this, you're probably not going to like the end results. This was a great conversation. Shout out to everyone here for the input. What did you hear? Did you agree, disagree with anything? Let's talk about it.
Welcome aboard the flight. This is pilot Pushite the talking. We going back to Memphis and coming straight from New Orleans. The estimated time of arrival is about an hour, and I can turn your ghost if you try and play with my power. So when you look up and see the sun flashing, stay in your seat. If the flight attendant say you making trouble, then we got beef. The turbulence might get rocky. You better not spill your food. This is brand new plane if you get it.